Hey folks. So Friday I put up a video, but I quickly took it down. The Kavanaugh hearings brought up some stuff, and I am a survivor of sexual assault and rape, and I have a history of abuse, and I think it's harder to talk about now that I'm transitioning. I realized I wasn't using the hashtag #MeToo because I didn't want to explain anything. But I also realized that a lot of us have that history, and there's nothing to be ashamed of. We didn't do anything. So I do just want to say me too, and if you need any support, you've got it from me. A lot of things have been coming up. I'm 2 weeks and 4 days sober, and I come from a volatile, abusive household, and I found myself in that situation at work last week. The guy that I was working for is someone that I considered a friend, and I had noticed that he's an angry guy, and he had said things that bothered me. Kimmy reminded me, that's why I stopped going to him. I'm sorry about the unsteadiness. My tripod's at the studio. So anyway, last week, a lot of things went down that were not cool. For example, there's no lunch break. You just have to slam some food down when you can, and I had slammed down some tuna fish, and I was about to shampoo someone, so I ran to the back to get a stick of gum, and in that 30 seconds I heard this guy shout, "Where is she?" And he was misgendering me all week. Clients were kind of looking at him like, or me, I don't know, it was awful. And he threw a towel at me once because I didn't get it off his station in time. And so I thought about it all weekend, how I knew I was going to quit. Well, that's not completely honest. It was a part of me that wanted to stay in that situation and stand up for myself when it happened. There was a part of me that thought I could change him. Yeah, he abused his other assistants, but I'll handle it better. But Friday or Thursday, the person that had been his assistant was training me, and she was leaving. And she told me that all of his assistants had left in tears, most of them in tears, but they all left because of his anger and abuse, and she was too. And she told me about one outburst that left the color room splattered with pink hair color. So it was not going to end well. She said that he'll go off, and then 5 minutes later he'll be like, "Sorry, dude." And for me, that's not good enough. You have to actually change your behavior. It's not okay to like admit you're wrong and then do it again and again. That's just crazy. So it would have happened once, and we would have gotten into it, and I didn't want to leave that way. So and he is not really safe. I didn't feel safe to go in and quit or even give a week's notice. Not going to take a week's worth of abuse. So I sent him a clear and direct text, just saying I'd thought about it all weekend and I couldn't work for him, and I appreciated the opportunity. And I think I'm going to go look for a meeting now. So that happened. But also good things are happening. I had the museum I'm in a show at the National Hispanic Cultural Center called Because It's Time, Race and Place in New Mexico. God, I'm sorry. I'm still shaking from that experience in the text. I'm going to get seasick here. I'm sorry. Anyway, but that went really well. I was telling Steen that I used to not know what to say and get really nervous, and now I just love it. I feel in my element when I'm talking about work, and really enjoy that. So that was a lot of fun, and then I went and finished most of the studio tour for the other artists, and that was really great to see their work and their studio. And then another really wonderful thing happened. This buddy of mine, I met him in an art theory class, and he is a philosophy and art history major, and just a really great guy. He's about my age, or maybe he's probably a little bit older, and I really like him. His mother passed, and he sent me a message asking me if I would like some of the supplies she left behind. She was a painter. And so I drove out to his house and looked at his mother's work. He wanted me to look at his mother's work and let him know what I thought about it. And really enjoy his company. He's also a sober guy. And so Saturday he came to the studio tour. He came to my studio, and he loaded his station wagon with all sorts of things, like boxes of 200 milliliter oil paint, still in the box, this giant box of paint that was almost too heavy to carry, stretch canvas, I think 15, some of them as large as 48 by 36, unstretched canvas and stretcher bars, paint thinner, just all sorts of things. And I was out of those supplies and really needed to start my next body of work, and he just set me up for months, and I am making a painting for him out of those supplies. And his mother has a couple of jars that she washed her brushes in, and then there was another jar of a color that she had mixed that she was going to use. So I'm going to start the painting with those things, so a bit of his mother is in the painting. And I am inspired by love and gratitude. So I had been nervous to start a painting because it can be hard for me early in sobriety to make work. But now I'm actually excited about making a painting for him. So that's really good. And I had a great dinner last night with one of my dear friends, Aziza and Kimmy. And Aziza had read a screenplay I'm working on, and just like gave me the sweetest, most supportive notes on that. And I'm actually hoping that she can be my editor. And you know, there are lots of good things happening. I went to my first ACA meeting, Adult Children of Alcoholics, yesterday. And boy, I identified more in that meeting even than AA. So I'm going to keep that up because, you know, I keep ending up in situations that I feel like maybe, well, I know are unhealthy. Maybe a part of me that's unhealthy is trying to fix that in a way, fix that history in a way that's not good for me. So I am trying to do things differently this time around. Okay, so that's all I've got. Now I'm going to go out into the world and get some stuff done. But hope everybody is well, and I will see you again maybe Friday. Okay.